Shalom. Wow. I just came across something I just have to share. I mentioned several days ago shifting my sights onto Simon Dan for that little dirty move. So I'm going to do exactly that. We're going to watch Simon Dan getting absolutely embarrassed by Kent Hovind. We're going to teach Simon Dan a couple of things that he should know that most adults in Britain know. Not about the shape of the earth or anything, just things that most adults in Britain know. If there are any Globelings in Britain who are in the chat right now, they will have to agree with what I'm saying. So, here's Simon Dan. I'm going to play some of it. You can relax, just enjoy it. I'm going to go and make a cup of tea, and we're going to listen. It's a bit of a wrangle between him and Kent Hovind, or Helvind, however you say it. And I'm just going to correct Dan on a couple of things. one major thing that is very embarrassing for a British adult. Now remember, I'm not a British adult. I'm a Catalan adult. But that's got nothing to do with it. I grew up under the British system, especially the British education system, and that's where Dan makes a great big boo-boo. So we're going to enjoy it. Please do enjoy it with me.
So, after the second video I did about Kent, whereby I issued the challenge to him, we got another response. What do we think happened? Did Kent accept the challenge with grace and humility? Or did he
dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge?
Let's find out.
I promised, and I'm sorry we had some technical problems. I'm sorry, Dan, it took so long to get back with you. This is the long-awaited response to your second video about me. I told you you'd be wise to pick on a softer target like the Flat Earthers, but you didn't follow good advice, son, so, okay.
I'm so sorry, buddy. Maybe I will next time.
I have to do another response video. We mentioned in the first one about the new comedy show. Dan saying that there is no God, and we got here by evolution. One of the...
Now, I just thought I'd mention, I'm going to approach Ken Hovind, see whether he'd like to debate a flat earther. See if we're such a soft touch.
dumbest theories in the history of the world. And I predicted correctly that he would refuse a debate or evade a debate somehow. He would not debate me, but will offer an excuse, and he did, with some kind of test he wants me to take first. I don't need a test, Dan. We'll get into that in a second.
Well, actually, it was an exam, and that isn't me evading the debate. It's me finding out if you've got the scientific nous to participate in one.
I think you are chicken, but if you want to, please come.
Now, if I had a bell that I could ring for Dunning-Kruger effect, I would be ringing it right now. But you'll see soon.
I'll debate you anytime. Okay, there's Dan roasted. So, I did a Whack an Atheist 2 programs on Dan. Here we go, right here. Dan, I got your name on SpongeBob now, Dan. Look at that. Pay attention, boy. I'm going to teach you something here, okay?
I am honoured that you were triggered enough to put my name on SpongeBob.
It's time to play Whack an Atheist, boys and girls. It's simple. Every time an atheist sticks his head up and makes a dumb comment about evolution or claims God doesn't exist, whack him back down with some real science. It's fun and easy. Your kids you'll get addicted, and your kids will love it. Children can play it. Teach them the truth. God made the world, and it's not millions of years old, and dinosaurs did not live millions of years ago.
Now, if you have listened to any of the videos I've put out on evolution, I've been very, very conscious to leave religion out of the discussion where possible. However, this to me is appalling. The religious indoctrination of children, in my opinion, is simply not acceptable.
Absolutely. All religions should be left for the individual to look into, consider, study once they're of adult age. That includes the globe religion. But let's continue, Sam and Dan.
Children should be allowed to grow up learning about their culture. Yeah.
That's right. But not about silly beliefs like the globe. Hey, look at that great big cross he's got there in the background. Oh, it's not a cross, sorry. It's a globe poster. Oh, he's got another one behind his shoulder. Good gosh.
Yes, and their community. I've got no problem with that. But a commitment to religion should be made by them and them only at an appropriate age without the influence of their parents or any other adults.
You teach your children, hey boy, wait for it now, he's coming. When he sticks his head up, whack him back down with real science. The Bible says if you smite a scorner, the simple will beware.
The literal definition of the word smite is to strike with a firm blow. Kent advocating the use of violence there, everybody.
And maybe he'll understand some knowledge, so maybe if we start whacking them back down with real science, they will stay out of sight. So if you can think of any points or comments any atheists have made in all my debates, I've done 196, I think, debates. Got a bunch of them on DVD. If you want to get those, call our bookstore, 855 Big Dino, extension 1, and say, I'd like to get the debate series.
Oh, yeah, I actually really would like to check that out. Maybe I'll call sometime.
Okay, Dan, you did a second video. You said evolution denier, referring to me. See, the way they phrase that, evolution denier, is just that, has a lot of innuendo behind it. Like, well, of course evolution's true. How can you deny it? That's why they'll always say things like, I accept evolution. You don't accept evolution. You believe in evolution.
I believe that the evidence points to the fact that evolution is a...
What he's talking about right now is a belief. So he doesn't quite understand the difference between belief and knowledge. Belief is for the realm of religion, really. But he doesn't quite get it, so he said, I believe, blah, blah. Yeah. He's discussing his beliefs. It's like, great, tell us about your religion.
thing. Yes. That means I accept that it happened and it is still happening. Hi, Clear Cognition.
You can only accept something that has been proven to be true. It has never been proven that we have an ancestor with a common ancestor with a mosquito. That is baloney. You can believe that if you'd like, but he calls me an evolution denier. That's a sneaky way to try to get another point. Like, yeah, of course it's true, and you just deny it. No, Dan, it's not true. All right. Anyway, evolution denier can't science. Dan, that sentence itself makes no sense whatsoever. Okay.
Wait, Kent. You have to give some allowance for the youth of the day, corrupting language and making verbs out of nouns. That's right. Like the nincompoop, Simon Dan. That's right.
Is science now a verb? Science means knowledge. Things we know by observation, testing, experimentation. You don't know a human and a mosquito have a common ancestor.
Well, Kent, considering we share 60% of our DNA with insects, I would say that's a pretty safe bet, wouldn't you?
Okay. I predict Dan will...
Wait a second. Dan, don't you know we also share a certain percentage of our DNA with rice? Does that mean that we come from rice? Also bananas. We have a percentage of our DNA is also found in bananas. Does that mean that we came from bananas? Oh wait, maybe the banana made monkeys, and the DNA of the banana went into the monkey, and because the DNA of the banana went into the monkey, it went into us, and because of it went from the banana into the monkey and into the rice. Huh. Interesting kind of lateral situation going on there with DNA and evolution. Hey, Simon Dan. That's right, look it up. How much DNA is found in rice? How much human DNA? How much DNA is shared with humans is found in rice? That's right, did we? No, we didn't evolve from mosquitoes or fish or monkeys. No, we evolved from rice and bananas.
Check it out. Here's what he said.
I think it would be fair to say that Kent Holine didn't take my last video too well.
I loved it.
He's advised me to move on to soft...
Non-schooling is saying it right. Banana DNA is from monkeys eating too many and it passed on. See? So banana made monkeys who ate bananas, and that's why the DNA is in the banana. See? See that completely illogical thing? That's right. Sam and Dan says.
...to targets like flat earthers, and to not make my second video about him. Am I going to listen to his advice though? Nah. I actually did laugh at this, as did my wife. So, well done on being very mature about the whole thing. Now, I won't show you the full 70-minute response from Kent. That's too much butthurt for anyone to handle. But here are a few highlights.
I'm challenging you. You don't have a bit of evidence for evolution. None. Zero. Give me the best 3 lines of evidence that you think prove that we all came.
Now, for the first time ever, you're going to hear a list of bona fide, scientifically proven proof of DNA from Simon Dan.
From a rock. We all came from a common ancestor, an amoeba, which came from a rock, which came from a one-dimensional dot of nothing exploding. Give me the best evidence for your theory that you want all of us to pay for. Freddie, You told me about this guy. I'd never heard of him 2 days ago. Never heard of him. You got me fired up, brother.
You don't say.
Give it in, Bill.
Now hold it. Dan, I asked you for the 3 best lines of evidence, and your response...
Oh, sorry, guys. I thought that he gave a great big long list of scientific evidence for evolution. My bad.
is, you don't say?
Yeah, you said you got rolled up. And I said, you don't say. It's called sarcasm. I like being sarcastic. It's...
The lowest form of wit. That's right.
Never mind.
Dan, you're avoiding the question, son. So, it's very simple, Dan. At 53 seconds, I said, what are the best 3 lines of evidence? And you completely avoided the question. You don't have any, do you? I understand, okay?
Wait a second. Simon Dan doing a little polka dance to get away from actually addressing things directly? Never. Not Simon Dan.
Okay, I do have plenty of examples of evidence for evolution.
I just can't give any of them right now. Really? Watch.
But I know they'll be wasted on you.
But you wouldn't believe them anyway, so I'm not going to show you any. I've got lots. I've got purple dragons in my sock drawer. That's right. But you wouldn't be able to see them because they're invisible to disbelievers, so I'm not showing you them.
As your retort would be, but a creator did this.
You could be really good at dodgeball. You dodged the question.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Oh, bugger. Wrong time to play that one. Move on quickly.
So, this is called Whack an Atheist. Dan, pay attention. What are the best evidences you know of for evolution? I don't believe there's any, Dan. Everybody in England isn't this stupid, are they?
There are many, many people more intelligent than me in this country.
Got that one right.
Yeah, you got that one right.
Makes it worse for you, Kent, because you were debunked by an average Joe.
Hold it. I was debunked by an average Joe, okay?
Yeah.
No, Dan, you didn't understand. He's showing skepticism with his okay. He's not agreeing, silly dim-dim.
Just teach this because it is the truth. It really is as simple as that. And for you to sit there and question the morals of these people that have spent their entire lives studying this sort of thing.
Now, hold it. You're questioning my morals. I've spent my entire life studying this too.
I don't remember questioning your morals, just your doubt of evolution.
My doubts of evolution. What he's doing here, folks, is what's called the majority opinion argument.
Or also the bandwagon fallacy. It's a logical fallacy. The consensus fallacy.
How can Kent question? So many people believe in this stuff. They spend their lifetime studying it. They can't be wrong because they spent their lifetime studying it.
Well, I didn't put it that way, but yes, they have studied the evidence. Mountains of evidence. Evidence that you simply can't ignore.
Well, now hold it. Dan, the Muslim population of the world in 2019 is 1.8 billion. Does that make them right?
Well, Kent, no it doesn't. But we're talking about a religion here, not objective fact.
Simon Dan, what he's getting at is that your belief in evolution is a religious belief. Are you not understanding it? You've been told it's all true, but religious people get told that all the religious stuff is true too. It's the same technique. It's a religion.
Kent moves on to several more examples, none of which are based on objective facts.
You're questioning me, Dan. I'm honest. I'm telling the truth. Nobody's ever seen a partial 85% wing. What good would a 95% wing do on a butterfly?
What good would an 85% wing do on a butterfly, is the question. What's Simon's answer?
And he says he understands evolution.
Dan, you're evading the question again. I said, what good would 95% of a wing do? And your answer, he says he understands evolution. That is not...
And it was 95% of a wing do on a butterfly.
Not an answer to the question, son.
You know what, Ken? You are right. How about we ask a penguin?
That's not a butterfly. But let's continue. British education system. Sorry, folks.
How about we ask that penguin what use a 95% wing is?
On a butterfly. How about we go and ask that penguin, hey penguin, what would 95% of a wing, what would be the use of a 95% wing be on a butterfly? Can you tell us, penguin?
How about that?
You're dodging it again. You'd be really good at dodgeball.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Bloody hell, who keeps playing that? In his second video, Kent spoke a lot about
Wait, second video. You haven't answered a single question from the first one, Dan. Keep that in mind, everybody. Make a note of that. He's dodged every question.
his science centre, and he also asked me for a debate.
We need to spend one more night on Whack an Atheist. Simon Dan, the new comedy show. Dan decided to pick on me. Dan, I'd never heard of you. I didn't start this fight. You started picking on me. My prediction was you will not have a face-to-face debate with me or a Skype debate or any other kind of debate.
I bet Kent was right.
You will be a chicken and you will run. Oh,
Wait, no. Okay, well, yeah, that is one of the chicken sounds. That's another of the chicken sounds. Hey, Sam and Dan, maybe you should learn to do that.
that's the prediction. There we go, right there. Okay.
it is true that I don't debate flat earthers.
Why? Why don't you debate flat earthers like me? Why is that, Dan? Is it because we would fish slap you with truth?
But I didn't say anything about debating people on evolution. Now, when watching your response, I noticed that you were sarcastically mentioning that you had a science
What's wrong with sarcasm? Isn't it okay when you use it?
centre.
Oh, it's not sarcastic at all. We have a science center.
Okay, but you aren't saying it normally though, are you, Kent? Come on.
Yeah. Do you have one, Dan?
Quite a lot.
Science center. A science center. In the science center of our science center.
So, before we have a look at the second part of your original video today, I've got a proposal. I have seen many debates that you have participated in, and I
Here, look. Who was it now? The Scion of Balance. That's SCION of Balance. The Scion of Balance. Right. This clown is actually using Kent Hovind for support. It would be best for you if you didn't really know what was going on, if you stayed quiet until it became clear to you what was going on. I suggested debating Ken Hovind, in which case he would be, well, my opponent. Do you see? I'm just ridiculing Simon Dan, silly. But let's continue.
can say with great confidence that you've been beaten many, many times.
Really? Okay.
I can say now, and I'm not a religious person, but no, that's not true. Because I've seen these debates. And when it comes to questions of faith, which most of the modern day scientism or pseudoscience is based on, Ken wins. And on the stuff that's literally straightforward scientific, like chemistry, Ken wins.
Knew that one would get him. We'll skip the next minute of butt hurt.
Proposal for a debate.
The problem is, you don't seem to accept that. And in a debate, you can quite easily say that any proofs I give you for evolution are also proofs of a creator.
Well, Dan, could it be proofs of a creator? Have you even considered that?
See?
Or are you convinced it's only proof for evolution?
However, you seem to be quite proud of the fact that you have a science centre.
Science center.
Science. And that you are a man of science.
I am.
So you should have no problem with a GCSE science exam designed for 15-year-olds as they're about to leave school.
If you can achieve a college passing grade on
This, for the Brits, I'm going to play it again. Let me go back. And then I will explain for the American, Australians and the non-Brits.
have no problem with a GCSE science exam.
He's saying Kent should have no problem with a GCSE science exam. What's a GCSE? It is a high school exam.
Designed for 15-year-olds as they're about to leave school.
Designed for school leavers, not 15-year-olds. 15 is when they start really studying for the GCSE. They start before, but never mind those particulars. The point is, it's a high school exam.
If you can achieve a college passing grade
a college passing grade
on that science test.
On a GCSE exam? Let me explain this. In Britain, we have 3 educational institutions overall. We have what's called school, and that's divided into primary and secondary. We have college, then we have university. A GCSE is sat at the end of high school. It is not sat at college. At college, you sit either NVQs or A levels. However, if you fail your GCSE exams at school, you can then go to college and resit them. So when Simon Dan says if you can sit a high school grade paper and get a passing grade as if you were in college, it's the same grade as at school, it means that Simon Dan passed his GCSE at college, not school. He failed the GCSE at school, had to go to college to get his GCSE, and then went on further to get his A level. That's right. I happen to already know this, by the way. It was passed on to me. Poor Dim Simon Dan. You see what I meant about Dunning-Kruger? He's asking a teacher, somebody who taught in mainstream education, having become a teacher, Ken Hovind, if he could pass a high school grade paper. High school.
Test. Then I will come over to America.
So I'm going to play that again for the Brits.
Science Centre.
Science Center.
Science.
And that you are a man of science.
I am.
So you should have no problem with a GCSE science exam.
That's a high school science exam.
Designed for 15-year-olds as they're about to leave school.
15-year-olds in Britain don't leave school. They are 16 or 17 years old when they leave school. Simon Dan, somehow, this has escaped him. I don't know if something very tragic happened in his family and he had to drop out of school and that's why he failed and had to sit his GCSEs at college. I don't know what happened. But 15-year-olds don't leave school. In Britain, you do not leave school at 15. Now you leave school at 18. But really, that school is school and college. Simon Dan is saying you leave at 15? No. No, that's just straightforward not true. And any of the Globelings who are British in the chat will know this.
If you can achieve a college passing grade on...
A college passing grade? No, there's no such thing as a college passing grade GCSE. It's like a GED in the US, a general education diploma. It's a high school thing, not a college thing. When you pass, even if you're sitting at college, you have passed your high school thing, not your college thing. Your college thing is called an A level or an NVQ.
On that science test, then I will come over to America, come to your science centre, debunk half of it, and then debate you on stage.
Now, before Kent retorts here, I just want the viewers to know that I clarified the rules of this exam on the community tab of my channel, and that it would be a physics-only exam, and that he would have to sit the exam live with me in real time over Skype.
That is the deal.
Okay, let's just see here, Dan. Here's why your proposal is not genuine. You said, if you can achieve a college passing grade on that science test, then I will do all these things. Here's the problem, and you know it full well, son, okay? Here's an example of a typical high school test. 10 science questions every high school graduate should know.
Hey, Kent, why don't you accept the challenge, but make it a chemistry exam? That should be, I mean, very few moral reasons to argue against them. Just a GCSE chemistry exam. You sit it alongside Simon Dan live. Let's see who gets a better grade.
Dear, oh dear.
That's what Simon Dan would be doing if that was the situation. He'd be like, oh, jeez.
Question 1. What percentage of the Earth is covered by water? Well, it's about 71%. I know that.
No, it isn't. If you look at the details, Kent, you'll see it's much more than that. But you have to actually go and look at the details. What was taught is just propaganda for the globe. And Kent knows that some questions are just propaganda based. He's going to point it out right now. This 75% of the Earth's surface is water. It's like, no it isn't. Look at the details.
Taught Earth science for 15 years. I could tell you a whole lot about Earth science, Dan. Okay?
Kent thinks that this question is indicative of a GCSE physics exam. Bless him.
Did dinosaurs and humans exist at the same time? Now look at this. The answer they want is no. I would give the answer yes. So Dan, you would want to count it wrong, wouldn't you? If I gave the correct answer, which is the Bible says God made everything in 6 days, so everything lived at the same time, you would say Hovind doesn't understand science. Oh, I completely understand, but I wouldn't give the answer that the propaganda calls for to say, oh no, dinosaurs lived before man, because they did not.
And this is exactly why I suggested a physics test, so there could be no confusion whatsoever on the correct answers.
On the correct answers? Where does Earth's geomagnetism come from? From the Earth's molten iron core. Is that correct? So how about, hey Dan, how about you suggest you both do a chemistry exam? GCSE chemistry. Let's see you try and get your head around that.
Now, Kent here has pulled this up, thinking that it represents the exam that I want him to take quite well, when in fact it is nothing like it. Here is an example question from the exam that I wanted Kent to take.
So a long time left on that question.
As you can see, much more comprehensive than the easy questions he's asking here. And I think Kent knows this, which is why he's putting up this ridiculous straw man list of questions. I understand that perhaps this challenge was a little bit too hard for you, Kent. It's
Here, let me address this person in the chat called the Scion of Balance. Look, the Scion of Balance. I've just explained to you how Simon Dan failed his high school diploma and had to go to college to get his high school diploma. He's also got the age at which school children leave school wrong. And you're still thinking that that guy is brighter than Kent Hovind? There's something very wrong with you.
It's okay, I get it, it's fine. So, I've come up with a new challenge that should be a little bit easier for you to do. You have a dinosaur adventureland and you're known as Dr. Dino. So, here is my challenge. If you can name more dinosaurs than my 6-year-old son, then I will come to the US, debunk your science centre and debate you on stage.
Oh my gosh, he's not really proposing that, is he? I haven't actually watched this all the way through. Oh my. Okay, let's continue.
To clarify, I will pre-record my son naming 10 dinosaurs. We will then have a call over Skype where you will try...
Wait, you said, can you name more? And you're going to tell your son to just repeat. Why not have your son? Why not ask your son, give me as many names of dinosaurs as you can? Because he might know 14, for goodness sake. Don't limit him.
Try to name the same 10 dinosaurs. If you achieve a greater score than him, then we are on. Should be easy, right? Right, that brings another episode of Tinfoil Tuesday to a satisfying close. Thank you very much.
He's really not done any research on Kent Hovind. Okay. Yee, that was a mistake, Dan. No wonder you don't debate flat earthers like me. Okay, so let's close that. What else do I have here? What's this? Oh yes, this. I will watch this. Nah. Actually I will watch it later. I'm not going to play it now. Here, just so people can see. GCSE in the UK except Scotland, a qualification in a specific subject typically taken by school students aged 14 to 16 at a level below A level. That's right. When it says taken by students aged 14 to 16, it's like, no, not really. Taken by students at the end of the academic year, by which time they're 16, possibly 17. Mainly 16, not 14. That would be exceptional students that have been skipped up a year. Okay, typically 16. Okay, that's not A levels, which you then do at college. That's GCSE. So let me close this. Now, let me sort out the window. And, oh no, it's okay. I will do this instead. Right. There, I've disappeared. Why? Because we're going to look at this some more. Oh no. Take this in, Globlings. Just take it in. What is it saying? Well, it's saying all kinds of things, isn't it? And then, well, I don't really need to go back over the red rhetoric observation. Well, forget it. I will. I'm going to make it so that Globlings are embarrassed to bring up trigonometry and celestial or observations of the sky. I'm going to make it so they're literally embarrassed to bring them up. So where's the original one? Where's the first one? Here it is. Is it this one? Yeah, I think so. Right, so move ahead to here first. Because I meant to do this, okay. Obviously I was going to do it in a debate. This, for instance, this simple little, let's listen to it, okay?
Cross at the International Space Station, and as they continue, they end up on different parts of the moon. This is called parallax. It's the exact same thing when you look at your finger with one eye, and then by switching to the other eye, your finger appears to move relative to the background.
Oh, what's this parallax based on red rhetoric? What, like, is it some kind of magic? Is it based on something like real that can that people can check? Is it based, for instance, on the distance between the objects doing the observing? So in the case of a finger, like he's showing, it would be, well, the space between your eyes, okay, and the finger would be about 1.5 foot maybe away from your face, okay. What's the ratio between the, say, 3 inches between your eyes and the 1.5 foot? What's the ratio there? It looks like it might be a thing to do with ratio for the distance. You know, wait, let me stop sharing that and show my handsome, rugged, ugly looks. There, but make it big. I will make it big, sir. Right. Separation between the eyes. Object. Oh, background seems to move. That's right. make this farther away. Separate the eyes. Make the eyes 1 kilometre apart, but have the object 500 kilometres away. Okay? What's the ratio there? Red's rhetoric and Globling's. 1 kilometre separation, 500 kilometres. Parallax, you say? May not think so. In fact, I was going to work on this, I was going to explain this. What Red and his pal have actually shown is that the moon is not at the same place in the sky for the two observers. That's right, it mimics parallax, but when you bring the supposed distance into it, it's like, good gosh. And I meant to show this, in fact I discussed this with a pondling friend of mine, and we're going to do it one day. I have a P1000 and a pretty powerful laser. We're going to point the laser at the moon, and I'm going to move away 1 kilometre and film the moon. We'll film first from the laser, and then I'll go 1 kilometre away and I'll film the moon. When I'm filming from the laser will be pointed at the centre of the moon. When I'm filming from 1 kilometre away, it will have taken me only a few minutes to get there. The moon will not have moved so much, but in any case, I will have asked him to track the moon, placing the laser in the centre of the moon. For when I'm filming it from 1 kilometre away, what will we find? That it's not pointing at the centre of the moon any longer. Oh no! Is the moon holoprismatic like the sun? Yes, but you don't have to believe me, of course. You can just go and check with your own eyes. You can replicate. You can work a scale of the distance between your eyes, and that being 1 kilometre. Okay, 500 kilometres to the ISS supposedly. Well, that would be 500 of these. 500 of them. Look at an object that far away from your eyes and see whether doing this does anything to the background. You complete half-wit, stupid person. Ugh. Right, so, parallax indeed. But we're going to take this and we're going to just completely rip it apart to the point that Globlings will be embarrassed to ever bring it up. You'll see.
Now this is useful because it allows us to do a few measurements. So let's go ahead and find angle A in our...
Now, what is he doing? I said I wasn't really going to go over this, but I'm doing it for fun now. Not because I want to debate or anything, it's just for fun. What he is doing... Okay. What they're doing is they're finding a way, they're trying to determine a way to derive values they can use for trigonometry. So for instance, you have the green line that will play the role of a right angle. And then you have the red lines to either side. Now they could work from the apparent distance between them, or they could justify the two right lines and center them. Do you get what I mean? So that the green line is slap bang in the middle of them. They can do that. Now they're already moving away from their observations, but forget their observation. That's not important right now. They could do whatever they wanted. They could expand those lines to the very edges of the moon if they wanted. Did you hear that? They could expand those lines to the edges of the moon if they so wanted. And what we're going to do is exactly that. We're going to do the trigonometry from 555 meters from that green line to the edge of the moon. I'm going to be visualizing the left side of the moon. You can do the other if you want. It's not important. Remember, we're now utterly ignoring the track of the ISS entirely. Okay? Right. So we're going to take the center line here. I'm going to clear We're going to take the center line. And we're going to, that would be C. Wait, let me show the other display style. So you can see my cursor. Just give me a second. Hey, and I can see some Globlings panic. Yes, I can see Globlings panic. That's going to be my new jingle. I can see Globlings panic. Right. C. That's going to play the role of the green line on the moon. Not there. Actually, no, I'll close this because it's going to distract me otherwise. That green line, that's played by angle C. At the very top, we have angle B. In this case, they justified it for angle B to be, wait, I'm going to move up and I'll show you. Here. Okay? 0.0606. We're not going to work with that. We're going to work with, wait, let's go back over here. With the, well, angular diameter of the moon. We have the green line and we have the edge on the left. We have the green line, which is the edge A. Great. And B, angle B, well, where's angle B? It's here. It's 0.26. That's right. What else do we need? Well, we need a side. Do we have a side? Yes, we have side or edge B. Okay. And it's 555 meters. Let's see what this tells us. Oh gosh, now the moon with its diameter, which is what we just did. I mean, we just did what they did too. Except instead of measuring this tiny gap here of, well, that's a bit more than 0.06. Instead of measuring this, we're measuring all the way to here, 0.26. Okay? Okay. So the moon, we have edge A and edge C. Small difference between them. Generally speaking, 122 kilometers, or 122.3 kilometers away. The moon. Okay, that's interesting. So we have some sides now, and it's telling us, using trigonometry, of course, from one point of observation. Okay, one point of observation is not that much curvature over 555 meters. So don't panic about that. So we have values. I'm going to copy, let's say, this value. I'm going to copy that value, which is the one down to the ground. Copy. Okay, what else can we do with this? Well, first, let's clear that. That's a distance to the moon based on its angular diameter. Because apparently angular diameter can tell you the distance to something. That's right, so that's what they did. Right, that's what they did with this, remember guys? Okay, so what else can we do? Well, we have a side. Let's go back to here. We have a side. So we're going to say this time it's edge C. Okay, we're going to say here, paste, is edge C. That's the distance from them to, actually no, let me take that off there. We'll go back to, wait, should we? No, yeah, back to A. Put it here. Okay. Now we have A. What could we put at A? So we're going to go here and we're going to put something here. Now we're measuring something different. We're not measuring the size of the moon. We're going to measure something different. Let's see. Let's see what we're going to measure now. Oh no. Some of you know what I'm going to measure. Let's see.
Opportunity to get this measurement from the side of his telescope. At the time of the transit, the LX200 was at 53 degrees. And
Very good. 53 degrees. Let's see.
yes, his telescope was leveled before the transit occurred. And just like that, we have another right triangle that we can solve to get its altitude.
That's right. So that's what we're going to do. Okay? Now he's got this distance there. Okay? So let's go here. So we'll switch it and we'll put it, even though it's wrong, okay? We'll put it at C. Sorry, didn't even need to do that. And angle A, 53 degrees. Calculate. Good gosh! Look at that. Following what they did. Oh no. Wow. We're following that. Edge A, which is the height from the surface of the Earth for the Moon, not the ISS, remember, is 97 kilometers. Okay. That's interesting. But wait, we would now be 73 kilometers away from the vertical. Well, oh yes, of course, because that's how far away, well, the hypotenuse is placing the Moon. So over the Earth, edge B, it will be 73 miles away. And from that point, 73 miles away, you would look up into the sky along edge A, 97 kilometers up, and there would be the Moon. That's right. Like, that's right, according to these dim-dims. But now I just spotted something. So bear with me, because I literally just spotted it now whilst we were doing this. Here. Huh. I'm just looking. So, just bear with me. Just seems, at a glance, that there's something a bit wrong with this. If we were to justify these, okay, so this one would come over here, and this one would come over here. I'd have to pull it up on a drawing program to see. I tell you what, I'm going to do it now, live. Just give me a second. And we'll see. Just bear with me. You see the magic happen. Where is it now? Ugh. Where's the thing that I just took? The screen grab. Was it this one? Maybe. Nope, that's the wrong one. Okay, so it's further over. Just give me a second. I will find it. Screenshot. This one? Yeah. Okay. So. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this tool. Continue trial, thank you very much. And we're going to center this, okay? So I hope you don't mind watching this. This is the kind of thing that I would do just while doing my little investigations. Okay. Copy. Right, so luckily it has those two little tabs there. Right, so there you go. You can center that right there. Okay. Now, so that's 0.12. Let's see. B. Oh, wait, I can do it this way. Silly. 12. Oh dear. Is that the centre of the moon? Let me move it up a little bit. Sorry, folks. Oh. You can see me botch things up now if you like. Just enjoy. Enjoy. 0.12. Okay. Obviously, yeah, just show everything. So, 0.1212 times 2 equals 0.24. Oh dear. I think the moon might be a tiny bit small, but obviously, well, they can say, no, well, what happens is apogee, perigee, moon just a little bit farther away, so a tiny bit smaller. Oh, okay. Okay, so sorry, I just wanted to check that. Don't save, of course not. Okay, back to the main thing. Where is the main thing? Where is it? Here. Okay, back to this. You see how what they did was they placed a center line, and that was the right angle for their triangle. They then established a distance from that, so they had a degree to work with. We have done the same thing, only this time we've taken this as the degree to work with. Okay? We've done that. We then, having done that, having established the distance, so that's edge C, the hypotenuse, we've then placed an angle of elevation, 53 degrees, and it's brought the moon, well, to 97.6 kilometers above the surface of the Earth, with the nadir being 73 kilometers away, 73.6. Oh dear. Good gosh, Globlings, what the heck? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I have literally followed the same protocol that they followed, which is establish degrees. This is what this was all about. Now, I'm going to completely ignore the fact that this was just fabricated. They could have done the same observation with just one of them. They didn't need two of them. But, well, never mind. This was to establish some kind of degree to work with for their triangle. We've done exactly the same thing, only instead of reverse engineering a triangle to look, we've just used the diameter of the moon as the triangle. Now, of course, if you look here, gosh, that's very big. The usual way of identifying a triangle is by first putting a capital letter on each vertex or corner. Okay, but the vertex, it's a little bit kind of indistinct. Okay, it's a little bit indistinct. Are you measuring to the vertex, or are you measuring the separation at the vertex? It's just a tiny bit indistinct. Okay, what is it that you're measuring to? For instance, if you're measuring to here, if this is your degree, well then you're measuring to some point beyond that. But that's splitting hairs. Like I was doing yesterday, explaining you're measuring to beyond the ISS to the vertex, to the corner. So now, let me stop screen sharing. No, wait, first I will just finish that. We followed their same system. We derived degrees for our triangle. We used those degrees in our triangle. We found the distance to the moon to be 122.3 kilometers. Then we looked at the elevation like they did, and we found that the moon, given that distance, was 97.6 kilometers above the surface of the Earth, with a baseline between us and the nadir of the moon. So that's the point where on the surface of the Earth you would look literally 90 degrees above your head, would be the moon at 73.6 kilometers. It's interesting, huh? Following their system, which is the standard. I mean, this isn't some magical use of trigonometry. This is trigonometry. This is how you use it. Good gosh, it's a huge problem for the globe. Of course, the half-wit globelings won't know. Wait, I don't know what that's doing. They won't know that it's a problem. They won't understand it. Wait, let me move this. Oh, there you go. The globelings won't understand that that's a problem. They'll be like, no, that doesn't match with anything. What the heck? You're doing it wrong, Antonio. So, oh, there's one more thing. Oh, poor. 1 second. Let me go to my history. And any of you guys can do that too. You can do it with your globeling pals. Say, okay, let's do it now on the computer. Let's just go and do it. Just bear with me. I'm looking for a short video I saw earlier today. Solving the altitude to the ISS. This is what we just did by Bobby Shafto. Okay? So here's a very good explanation. Thank you, Bobby Shafto. Gonna share screen. Here we go. So, see the degrees at the very top there? Oh wait, I'm not displaying the right one. Sorry about that. That's this, yeah. Right, pause. Right, here we are. See these degrees here? Okay. Instead of using these degrees, we've used the diameter of the moon with the same baseline, except instead of separating it like this, I centered it just like Reds did. We could do this too. Anybody can do this. All you're doing is you're establishing any point that's looking to the center of the moon and your distance from that point. Okay, make it a kilometer. Make it nice and simple for yourselves. Huh. Lo and behold, when you do that, you arrive, well, at what I just showed. But when you do what they did, which is narrow the triangle at the top, narrow the angles, make it even smaller, then the resulting angles down here at the bottom, they're dictated by the angle at the top. This is the point I was making about them having not bothered to check the actual angle to the center of the moon, because respective to them it's 0.01. This angle here, which would make the angle they'd be working with 89.99. Same observation, same triangles, everything the same, only you're ignoring the ISS. The ISS would be in that line somewhere. It does not important. You're still measuring to the vertex, the top here. The ISS can't be at the top here for both of them. It can't be at the top for both of them. You know how the tracks were separated? That's right. It's at two different points within their line of sight. And then when you incline the triangle over to look at the elevation of 53 degrees, well, you arrive at this. And anybody can do this. Like, literally, anyone can do this. The program's there. All you have to do is go and use it. You watch, by the way, no response from Res Rhetoric because he can't respond to it. You watch how the Globelings will just stop talking about such things as celestial observations. They will just stop talking about it. I called it when No Fanfare first showed that the circles made by the stars aren't actually perfect circles. In fact, tell you what, I'm going to show that video now. Yes, so Emma Ryder writes a good question. If the observers are, say, a half mile apart, how could any right angle be possible on a curved surface exactly? Yes, well, first, whenever they're working, the whole thing is academic when it's on a sphere, which is when non-Euclidean geometry isn't actually used for anything, not for travel, not for satellites, not for construction, nothing. It's just not used. It's only used as a prayer, which is why I call this how many angels? Angels dancing on the head of a pin. It's the same thing. Now, I was going to show something. Give me a second. Yeah, No Fanfare. That's what I was going to show. No Fanfare, by the way, is an Australian pondling. And we're going to pull up his video on the star trails. I'm just going to look. Now, the excuse from the Globelings, now, you have to bear this in mind. The excuse from the Globelings, given that they never detected this, they've never made this observation, is to immediately dismiss it with barrel distortion. No, it's a camera effect, barrel distortion, that's what it is. Like, shouldn't you go and confirm to see whether or not that's what it is? Here it is. And I'm going to play it all the way through. You know, I'm going to do the guy some respect. I'm going to play it all the way through. And then I'm going to, yeah, I'll just sit here whilst we play it. Just bear with me while I set it up. If any of you guys haven't already seen this, well, you're going to really appreciate this channel for showing it to you. But I'm going to paste a link. Just give me a second. I will paste a link in the chat so that you guys can go and, you know, give him some love. Some love, yeah, some pondling love. Come here, I'll give you some pondling love. I'm not surprised some people think I'm drunk. But no, alas, no. Right, give me a second. And whilst I'm showing this, I'm going to join you in the chat. I think it's this one. Yes. Enjoy this video. Bearing in mind the objection from the Globelings thus far, without going and making any similar observation, no observation to debunk or to counter, the objection has been barrel distortion. That's right, that's what it is. It's not anything else. And if you say, have you gone and checked to see, how would you check? There's a simple way of checking, but have you gone and checked? Like, oh, they can't even think. If you say to them, how would you check? They can't figure out how to check. It's very simple. Wait, what am I displaying? Yeah, I'm displaying that. Okay, I'll show you after we play this video. I'll show you the simple way of actually checking. Let me make it a little bit larger. There. Now it's kind of centered. Enjoy. With volume, yes.
I shot. It was on the 29th south latitude on the 21st of June this year, 2017. I'll just play this clip in the video editor that I edited it in. Bit of a tongue twister, that one. And then I'll grab a frame and show you what I mean in the art package. Let me see what I'm doing on this.